Today, I'm going to show you why it makes more sense to talk to them than about them. What I'm going to tell you is pretty strange. In fact, when I first heard about it, I didn't believe in it. I'm kind of afraid to talk about it. But I think if you keep an open mind, you might learn something really cool. Today's topic is a little bit scary for me to talk about because I don't want you to think I'm crazy. But just keep an open mind. So if you keep an open mind, you may learn something new. So today is the last day of the 30-day challenge, and there's a lot of pressure because I'm thinking, wow, I should be really good at making videos. I need to do something really special. What could I do? I was going to do a bloopers reel, and then I realized that there was no other thing I had to talk about but what I'm going to talk about today. When I had first started to realize that I was able to communicate with animals, we had a raccoon invasion at our house. Oh, Allie wants me to tell her story too. And we had invasions every night, and then I put the yard, I actually stomped the moss back down. This sounds nuts, but I stomped the moss back down because I wanted to see if they were coming back in the yard, and after I talked with them, they were gone. And it was interesting because I had just taken an animal communication course. And so my husband said, well, if you can talk to animals, why don't you talk to those raccoons and tell them to stay out of our backyard? So I did. And then they did. And we haven't had any raccoons since. So it's pretty cool. It's a lesson in it's better to talk to them than about them. All right, so Allie wants me to tell her story. All right, so with Allie and I were doing agility. And when we were running agility, you got to understand that this girl, she really flunked out of obedience school. So I didn't have a good recall, and with agility, she just had her own way of running it. And it was my second trial. And I actually just sat on the bed and I just curled up to her and I said, Allie, please, please don't embarrass me. And run the whole trial. And I begged her. I talked with her and I told her how it was so embarrassing for me to have to run around after her. Like after we would run the trial, because she's supposed to come to me and she didn't. And so I just told her how it was really embarrassing, and I'd really love it if we could run it and she'd be really good. Well, when we ran our trial, it was amazing. She ran the whole course. She ran the course so fast that I couldn't even keep up with her, to the point that I was just yelling out obstacles and she ran it on her own. Now, for a dog to work, doing distance work is really hard with a dog. You have to train for that. I was doing distant work only because I couldn't run fast enough to keep up with her. So she came in first place, and it was her second trial, and it was really cool. So this is a situation where if you communicate, if you talk to them instead of about them, it makes a world of difference. So don't be afraid to talk to animals, because it's been my experience that when I have talked with animals, amazing things have happened. And it's not just, and when you're talking with them, you can't just boss them around, because that's kind of how I started out. I was always kind of just bossing them around, like, bird, come over here, fly on that branch so I can take your photo. You can't do that. It's like it's a person, and you have to build a relationship and, ask politely. You can't be bossing them around. It's all about respect and treating them the way that they deserve to be treated. And then they'll love you and they'll teach you. Allie's really happy because this is the message that she wanted me to say today about talking with your pets, talking with animals, and giving them the respect that they deserve. So this is the end of the 30-day video challenge, but it doesn't have to be the end. I'm going to be making more videos in the future. So if you'd like to, you can subscribe down below. And I'm not going to be making videos every day, I can guarantee that. But you can subscribe to my channel.